Hey guys, it's David. Today, I wanted to talk about boycott Genshin. Now, this was a thing on Twitter, I guess. One of the latest trends. Got some people going. I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's really just, a few people trying to get attention. It's nothing that has any sort of merit whatsoever. It, Basically, what it is, people are mad because Hilla curls are based on like Aboriginal people, indigenous people is what you call it, because they're a primitive race. So artists might have took some inspiration from other primitive races. Something a little more exotic, a little more closer to, I guess, to nature, because that's kind of what their society is. So you base it on something that's close. And this is, of course, apparently racist because anytime you don't put any sort of nine-white person in a positive light, that is racism now, apparently. But hey, that's how some of these woke type people operate. So that is essentially the crux of the boycott Genshin. I don't want to call movement or blow up. It's just really weird. It makes no sense, and that's usually how most of these things are. When you look at it at first glance and see like, I could kind of see them being based on primitive races, or being inspired by some primitive races. Uh, as far as that being racist somehow, because their uh, their enemies, or they have darker skin. They kind of look like moblins, in my opinion. I mean, back to the whole Link, Legend of Zelda, it being a Legend of Zelda ripoff. I mean, are moblins also racist? And I mean, we have seen things like this from things like even like extra credits. I didn't watch that video, but I've seen the picture posted where they're saying evil races are racist because they're somehow based on black people or something like that. It's exhausting. I don't want to think too hard about it because it's just so mind-numbingly dumb. Uh, it just isn't worth it. It's not worth your critical thought. Thing like how, because I mean, you think for a second, like at first, wow, that's really stupid. But then, being a reasonable person, you think like, this person doesn't seem like he's completely stupid and they're upset about it. So maybe there's something to it. So, you think about it for a little bit. And then you just come to the conclusion like, no, it's just completely stupid. So at some point, I just want to cut out the middleman and just go straight to, wow, that's dumb. My first thought was the right thought. And this is just complete trash. And that's what boycott action is. I mean, there's legit reasons you'd want to boycott Genshin. I mean, their gacha system's terrible. Weapon system, they still don't have two-factor authentication. Uh, you know, you're just they're Chinese, and the Chinese have commit many atrocities. I mean, that could be a reason you'd think, hey, maybe I should boycott Genshin, but no, it's because these guys bear some resemblance to tribal people because they're like a tribal race. Huh, that's so weird that they would take inspiration from that. I mean, you just can't make everything Vikings, even though it'd be really cool if these guys were Vikings. If they want to base it off like I guess, a white primal race, or make them pilgrims. I mean, would that be entertaining in the least bit. I mean, like, they're settlers. They're cowboys. Maybe that's it. We need to, like, go back to... Like, I don't know how far you can go back if you wanted to make a primitive race that's kind of like European-based. Before, you know, resembles, you know, modern culture too much. Like, maybe making them Greek. You can make them Spartans. That'd be really cool. I mean, I'm not against them doing that. It's just, I assume they wanted to go for something a little more exotic, a little less Greek. Yeah, they fit, I think, kind of better into this world than something like a Mesopotamian. I mean, even though they have like some of that, it's almost like some of the architecture kind of reminds me of like Aztec. I'm probably wrong. I know nothing about geology of any sort, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. But you know, some of those temples have like ancient Mayan ruin vibes to them. So, you know, having some like guys that could look like ancient Mayans, or you know, has some mass and shaman stuff, like some tiki kind of thing going on. I mean, you can call it racist if you want. I don't think so, because I think most people know that one, it's fiction. These aren't real people or real things. Then they're not any sort of commentary on any sort of modern people. In fact, I mean, they're not even human, so being racist just doesn't make any sense. You'd really have to stretch to make it racist, and really make like some racist assumptions about the race that you think that race is based on. So it's like, if you want to say hill curls are like indigenous people, you'd almost have to leap to the fact that anyone would seriously think indigenous people are like hill curls, which is kind of racist if you think about it. So anyway, I've rambled on about this subject for too long. Boycott Genshin, yeah, it's not racist. So that's really all there is to that. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.